I had my normal kit on. I had a Bren Gun, I had a Sten gun, and I had my own pistol, my personal pistol, which I'd got hold of in Italy. So here again, it decided we'd got to go by glider. We couldn't parachute with that. So everything was set, we got the glider, we sorted out. Now, we sorted out ASM Reed was going to sit next door to the door. I was going to be next to him, and my number 2 was going to be next to him. Now, we were going to leave the equipment. All we were going to do, first of all, was to get out with the Bren in case we were being engaged. Nothing could be simpler. We practiced it half a dozen times, got it timed to a T. So right, in we come. Well, of course we knew we were in trouble when a couple of bullet holes appeared in the glider, but no problem. We landed, but unfortunately we landed on a ploughed field and the runner wheel come and split the floor. Still no problem, just lifted our feet and that. Right. I was not to move until ASM Reed had got up and gone to the other side of the door and opened it for me. So I was to go out with the Bren. Anyway, he got up, opened the door, moved to the side out of my way, but then the number 2 glider pilot threw his Bren Gun out, but it didn't go out, it stopped on the step. So I got up like a film star, you know, went to dash out with my Bren, arse over tip over this Bren Gun. The Bren went into the ploughed field. And I said to the number 2, that's buggered it. ASM Reed came to me, kicked me arse, and said, what the bloody hell are you playing at? Open fire. I said, if only. All the strife and trouble that we'd had, now we were going to be withdrawn. We thought we were holding our own, actually, but no, it couldn't be. We were going to go. He said, you'd better get back to your unit. So I went back to the slit trench we were, and half of them had disappeared. We were a mixed bunch. Service Corps, 11 Battalion, there was about 15 out of 11 Battalion, all mixed. So I said to my mate, I said, we're withdrawn. He said, yeah, we're waiting for, we were commanded at that time by a staff sergeant out of the glider pilot regiment. The 3rd commander we'd had in the weeks, up to the perimeter. And we meet a couple of boarders and he said, this is it now. You've got to go straight down here in a line and you'll find glider pilots have taped it. Nothing could be easier. The road was a row of workmen's houses and then it looked like a farm. So we studied it up and said, right, well, we've got to get across the road. So we all got up to the road and flew across one by one and got in the doorway of these houses, shuffling down to the drive of this farm. But just as I'd got into my doorway, Cubley followed me and the shot rang out and it hit him right through the nose. And he went down and he said, Ron, I'm blinded. I said, for Christ's sake, be quiet. He said, okay. So anyway, we lost just the vision. I thought, no, what I'll do is I'll drag him across the drive and drop him on a piece of grass that was the other side of the road. So I dropped him there. The rest of them followed me and we were all there together when we had a little conflab. And Graham said, well, shall we push on? I said, well, look, I tell you what, now I'd got a Russian submachine gun with quite a bit of ammo which I'd saved because in the fighting I always kept that by the side of me in case we got overrun. I'd got some firepower to sort it out. So I'd got the Russian convoy and I said, no, I've got this Russian convoy. I tell you what, I'll go around the side of this, there's little outbuildings. Go around this outbuilding and have a look, see what's happening. So anyway, Morris and another of the lads said, well, I'll be your number 2 at the back of you. So we slid round there and I got up to the corner and I paused and I thought, no, nothing, could hear nothing, see nothing. I poked my head round the door, round the corner of the building, right in the eyes of a Jerry. What, we were only, what, 6 inches apart. And I saw his hand flip with a grenade, and next thing I knew is I was blowing up the wall, and I went unconscious.